So hello everyone and welcome to Blood Bowl Chaos Edition with Kide. I have been thinking about this and I think this would make a fun interactive let's play in you giving me suggestions on what level ups we will be taking on team members, what team we will be picking from the different teams that we can have from the Warhammer Fantasy Universe, and yes, also names for players. Please suggest. This is going to be a video about the overall what kind of teams there are to choose from, and later on there will be a video of one team that I've been playing with thus far, my only one actually. There's a little video apparently here too that I don't think I've even seen before. I don't know actually, but nonetheless, interesting. Nonetheless, this is a game about Blood Bowl that is very similar to American football actually. I'm not an expert in American football by any means, but I have at least enjoyed a lot in playing with my little food elf team thus far. I would be going into a campaign when we actually start. This video is going to be up at least a week, if not more, for you guys to be able to say your opinions, what you want to be doing and so on, and also giving names for players. We have to be recruiting at least 11 players when we start. I think I'm rather playing in a classic style anyways. I'm just gonna be showing first of all what kind of teams there are possibilities. I think they can do some silly decisions more in a medium than in a hard, but I haven't tried hard yet, so I think that could be something to try. So here we are. First of all, here is of course the team name that we can be choosing. It could be just Crystal Masters like we had in Arena 5, or something completely different. Then we can be choosing the full outfitting, what kind of a color we're gonna be using. So all of these, just give me opinions. What do we do? There's a lot of different options. And of course from these different races there's Amazons, as you can see here. Actions, not words. And first of all we can be giving them a team motto team motto as well, like they have at the moment. Actions, not words, but whatever you have in mind, please let me know. There's an option for chaos, for example. Then there's chaos dwarves, are the descendants of dwarves explorers who have been affected by the forces of chaos. In one way, however, they haven't changed at all. They still love playing Blood Bowl. Since they are not very numerous, they make great use of sneaky hobgoblin slaves to play Blood Bowl. That is very intriguing. Then there's dark elves. Then there's dwarves, elves, goblins, which have some sort of secret weapons. I surely do not know specifically how to use them all, but they have some secret weapons that will go off when you score, so to speak, for the first time, or one side scores. Halflings, high elves, then there's humans, and there's Khemri, and of course we can also be choosing from logos, which kind of differ also a little bit which team you would be picking. There are corn demons or demons. Then there's lizardmans, necromantics, shop and shoe, that will do for you. The damned and the cursed do not always lurk in the forest or in the graveyards of the old world. Sometimes they come together forming a group to hunt those more fortunate of souls. Finding relief in crazed outbursts of terrible violence, these groups do not do the best they can to ease their suffering. They pop off for a nice game of Blood Bowl. Okay, interesting logo as well. Then there's a Norse team. Then there would be Nurgles, which are very pretty, very pretty. Come smell our rot, you lot. Very good team motto. And then there is an Ochres. Yes, we can because we can. and we can indeed just get team mottos, random team mottos like this. If we can't have it, we take it. Orcs. Let the grass turn red. Also, different logos for the orcs. Then there's a Skaven team, but Skavens are the ones that I rather do not choose because I have been watching a Let's Play from Ferayax, who has been naming his team Verirats or Verirats, and as he is already playing with these guys, I think it would not be as interesting for me to be picking them. Then there would be Undeads that I find to be interesting choice too. Also, let's check what kind of pictures they have or what kind of logos. Most of these or some of these are something that you can see with all of them, but all of these Scala pictures are definitely something that only these guys have. And this, I think I like this maybe most. Anyways, if we go with the Crystal Masters, we could be thinking that this is made of crystal maybe, or something like that anyways. But yes, loads of different choices to be made. And then one that I would also be interested to play with, Reborn to be Wild, is also a pretty nice little team motto. Underworld. Underworld is something that would be interesting, as we are better than the Skaven Blight Scramblers. Team history. On occasion, the Skaven and Goblins living below, all the hated races walking a bow in the sun, team together to form Blood Bowl teams. However, these teams often have very poor records, as they spend most of their time infighting and blaming each other for the errors for each play. This could be indeed very interesting team, because they basically have Skavens, the Ratkins, plus then Goblins in their team, and there is also a Troll. Some nice pictures for them too. Logo choices. What else was there? I'm sure there was some other interesting ones that I didn't see yet. As you can see, some of them are at least something that are very similar to something else. Nice moon. I don't know what exactly. Is it like a rotting ball? Or, I don't know. American football, I mean. That is at least American football with a twist. That's an interesting moon. That's Ratkins. Nice. Kind of. I like this picture. That's also very nice looking. Yes. Skavens. Yes. Lots of nice choices. And then there's also vampires, and the ones that I'm playing with right now is of course the Food Elves. The picture that I have in my team is at the moment, let's see, where is it? Where are you? Here you are, I'm sure. Here. And I have something like this kind of a color choice. This is my team that I have been playing with at the moment, and I'm gonna be showing it a little bit later on. But let's first have a look, for example, what kind of a team we would be able to get from the Underworlds. Because I don't know. I have no idea, but let's just call them the Underworld team for the moment. And this is what the campaign map would be looking like. We would be beginning from the very first charity competition, the Clean Cup. And if we win and get more prestige, we can be going to these different places. And the last but not least would probably be this Blood Bowl. So this is how we would be taking part in the competition. And as we would not have currently any players, we could be just saying that yes, we want to be getting some of these guys. And here are then the choices. There's the Underworld and Goblins that we already saw before, who are made of the right stuff. So if there is someone with a throw teammate skill, they could be throwing this guy far forward, which we do have here, this troll guy. So if we would get the troll and those goblins, he could be throwing them. But there is also a little bit of a downside, because he's always hungry. The player is always ravenously hungry. And what's more, they'll eat absolutely anything when throwing a teammate roll a d6 after he has finished moving, but before he throws his teammate. On a roll of 1 he attempts to eat the teammate. Roll the d6 again, a second one means that he successfully scoffs the teammate down. So that could be a little bit dangerous. But yes, they can earn experience by earning star player points. I think they needed 6 star player points to get the first level. And here you can see the different movement allow scores. All the Skavens can move 7 tiles, and the Goblin 6 and Warpstone Troll only 4. Their strength, their agility, and then their armor value, which will mean that the higher the armor value, the harder it is to make them suffer an injury. Because these players may suffer injuries and also be killed if you are very unlucky. So that hopefully will not happen, but we shall see. But then the interesting thing about these Skaven guys, first of all, there is a Skaven Blitzer that I think we are gonna be having if we would be this team. He has a block, which is a very nice skill, that if you use a block, or if you have a block, even if you would get a put down a result, which is not the best result, you would not be going down, which it would be great. But then the interesting thing about these Ratkins is the animosity. The player with the skill does not like players from the team that are different race than he is, and will often refuse to play with them despite the coach's orders. At the end of his end of or pass action roll a d6 on 2+. He continues as normal. On a 1 he refuses to give the ball to any teammate except one of his own race. So yes, it's kind of a very interesting mix to be having. This kind of a Skaven thrower is of course then good at passing the ball, but he might indeed not want to pass it to any goblins, for example. And then there is Skaven linemans, who are of course the very normal ones who don't have any skills at the start. They will be gaining skills indeed, as said, next level in 6 star points, yes. And then we can either get them, if we are lucky enough, some more skills like these, or strength abilities or sus, or we will just be choosing from different skills like the passing skills and sus that we already see here. Like the Mighty Blow is one of these kind of skills. Add 1 to the armor or injury roll made by a player with the skill. But yeah, this would be one of the possible teams that we could be choosing. And just let me know what you would like. As said, I will be leaving this up for you guys pretty much, so do let me know. I could first of all start showing you guys now the team that I have had now. The team name, it has been the Crystal Masters, because I wanted to test things out. So Strength and Honor, display my team. I have 14 out of 16 players. I have a 3-man. Then there's 2 War Dancers, then there's Catchers and normal linemans and all sort of things. I have a few rerolls that we can reroll a dice pot, and I have 1 apothecary which will be able to cure a player if something goes badly wrong. Then I have 6 Seeda leaders and a few assistant coaches. And let's see the team roster from here. Like you can see here, I have a few level ups. I have 2 players in level 4. Like this one lineman has been able to be lucky enough to get +1 strength into his abilities, +1 agility, and even a block now. So he is pretty good if you think about the ability scores. And they are like strength 4 nonetheless. I'm not 100% sure how it all goes, but nonetheless, if you go against someone who is on a lower strength, you will have an easier time, so to speak, I would say. And of course, movement allowances has been increased for this one, for example, and so on. But yes, I think I will be playing soon one test game with this team in the current cup that I am in. I don't remember what it was exactly. Well, we are nonetheless going to be facing against Corn Demons. So I shall be back in the next episode when we will not be looking into that. And as said, hope you will be enjoying this Let's Play, and do let me know if you want a player named after you or what other suggestions do you have. Unfortunately, we do have to be naming each player before they go and participate in the first battle. So just leave suggestions, and I hope you will enjoy this and see you soon.